This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. Now, it looks like the market is marching higher. Dow's up 282, S&P up 33, and the old Nasdaq's up 107. Looks like we might be hitting some new highs here. Okay, we're going to look at some stocks. First of all, I'll take a look here at Meta, at Google, at Amazon, and then one of my favorite trades, TQQQ, which is a basket ETF of all the good stuff. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock on an ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, first on the docket here, we have Meta. Now look at what a beautiful run this stock has had, okay? Bottom left, upper right, that's exactly what you want to see. Now we had that big pullback. That was a buying opportunity, and now look at this bad boy. Okay, so we're breaking out. We're setting in, we're putting in new highs here, okay? So today's high, we got as high as 723.69 here so far. So what we're looking for is right at the top of this candle here is 725.01. That's going to be your key. And then your next level, we're going to come up here. You got 727, and then we're going to have 729. And we'll come up to the top of this candle here at 737, and then 740.91 is your breakout. Now, once we retest this, okay, and I think you're definitely going to retest this, the question is, what does it do? What's the reaction once it gets there? Does it break through, or does it hit this and come right back down again? Okay, so that's what we're always watching here, okay? So on the downside here, well, what we want to watch is the top of this candle. This is going to be key. This is that 708.87 level, okay? They'll come right down there. We have the 702.23, and then we have that 21-day at 687.09. Now, you can see again, I call that the catch-all, that 21-day. See how nice it's been holding it the whole way, okay? Now, if we lose that, then we want to come to the top of this candle right here at that 662.67 level, okay? And then we would just follow the candles all the way on down here. But realistically, you're looking here for this 627 and that 630 level here. This is what we're really looking for here on a closing basis then, if we lose that 21 SMA. But right now, we just have a nice, good melt up here. Now, we do have negative divergence going on here, so just keep this in mind. Now, again, negative convergence can play out for quite a while, okay? So don't get me wrong, it can, but eventually this does come off, okay? So just always remember to have that on your back burner. Use stops. That's the key. See, we have a high. Now we have a higher high, but we have a lower high here, okay? So just pay attention to that, because that is, very, very important. Because, again, if we can get up to the 40.91, the reaction is going to be key. Do we blast above, and then we head for that 800 level, or does we double top here and then come right on back off, okay? So, again, just watch all these key levels here of support, that 8-day to 21-day. If that's lost here, you're going to hit that 100-day, and we're going to be hitting that 50-day and possibly even down to that 200-day. So just be a little bit patient and use stops in your trades. Okay. Let's take a look here now at Google. Okay, Google. Okay, we had a nice good sell down here, but now look at this chart. See how we have a low, a higher low, a higher low, and a higher low situation here, okay? So this is actually working good. You can see where it's sold right down, but down past that 50-day, but you notice that it closed back above that 50-day, okay? Now we're running back up. See how we put that bottoming tail in? Okay, so now we're running right back up here, and we're hanging right around this 200 SMA here, sitting at that, what are we sitting at? 172 level, okay? So we need to close that on a closing basis, need to hold that. Your next level here is going to be right here, is going to be this 8-day at 170.97, and then we're going to come down to Hondo here, 167.68, and then we have 165.27, and then obviously we have your retest down here at 162. Now, upside here, what we're really looking for is the top of this candle right here, okay? So 174.34, that's your first target. And then we want to come basically up to this candle right here. This is 176.77, and then we have that 181.11. That is going to be your retest and your breakout. Now, big if we can close above that level, this is what I want to point out to you. We have this nice gap up here, okay? 192.75. That's going to be your big target on the upside if we can close above that 181 level. And then we come to the bottom of this candle here, 202.81. There's your fill. And then we have obviously your retest at 207 here, okay? So now this looks like it just wants to try to make a move up here, wants to join the tech in the tech trade. But just watch this key level here. This is going to be very, very critical. That 176.77 and that 181.11. That's going to be very, very key. If you can get above that, then always look to these gaps. Okay, and then we have to see what happens at the gap. Once it starts getting into it, then it wants to get to that fill and then possibly that retest, okay? Now, downside here, again, just watch that 200-day, that's key. Watch that 8-day, that's going to be key. And then watch this 21 SMA here. All around that 170 level here. If that's lost in, again, we have that 167. Then we have that 50-day at 165 level. Now, you can see here, there's no divergence. There's nothing happening here. This is just railing up here. You're only at 53. That could go higher. Your green is still below your red, but if we can get that to curl up, we can send this price higher. Now, this is what I was talking about here with the old negative divergence kind of a situation here. Okay, see how we had this high level here. Okay, then we made a higher high, but we made a lower high here. Now, it took a while for that to play out, but look how it played out. Okay, eventually. So I'm just always warning you, watch that RSI here for negative divergence. Now, this can go for a long ways. This can go for a month, 2 months. This can go. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is eventually it comes off, and it comes off damn hard. Okay, let's take a look here now at Amazon. Okay, here we have Amazon. Now you can see here we have the sideways action, but it's holding that 21 SMA here. Okay, so that's very key. Lost the 8-day, holding 21. Now we're back above it. Okay, so the key level here to Amazon is going to be right here. Is going to be that 218.40. Okay, that's going to be key. You can see how many times that we've hit it and couldn't just get through it. Okay, so watch that 218.40. That's going to be very, very key. Now, if we can get above that, then what we do is we just follow the candles up here. Okay, what do we got here? You got 219.97. We'll come up here. You're looking at 223.31. And we just keep right on following the candles up. But this is what I want to show you all the way on top here is 234.81. There's your gap. Okay, and then look to the bottom of this candle at 236.01. Okay, your gap, your fill. Okay, and then we'll watch the top of that 239.66, and then your retest at 242.52. So again, if we can get and close above that 218.40, that's the key, is close, not a pop and drop situation. If we can close above, then always look to this gap here. Not going to get there today or tomorrow, but eventually it's going to look for that gap, possibly in the fill, and then possibly on that retest. Okay, now downside is 8 days everything. You want to hold that 212.77. If that's lost here, we want to hold that 211. That's your 21 day, and then we come to the bottom of this candle here at 207.31. Then we have this 200 SMA here sitting at 204, and then we have your 100 day at 202, and then we have your 200 level down there, okay, at the 50 SMA here. So right now your price is above all your simple moving averages, which is very, very bullish, but it looks like the top of that candle right there, that key 218 level, is very, very strong, okay? It can't seem to get through, but if it does, then just watch that gap and that fill. Okay, now what do we have on here? See, now there's no divergences here. We just had a low, we had a higher high, a high, and then we had a higher high, we had a high, higher high, okay? So there's no divergences, nothing. This is just running up nicely, only at 60. You got plenty of room to run to the upside. The green is still below your red, but you got a sideways action here. That whole key to the upside is that 218 level. Okay, let's take a look here now at TQQQ. Okay, here we have TQQQ. Okay, now this is my favorite trade. The reason I like this is it pays a small dividend, but the reason I like this is the basket of all the good stuff. Okay, this has Nvidia and Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix, Google, Tesla, Costco. All the good stuff is in this one ETF, and it's a leverage fund. So again, when it's leveraged, you have to understand that those rebalance at the end of the day, so it's not really a true reading. That's why I don't show you this. But this is a trading vehicle, and that's what you want to know. This is a trading vehicle. Now you can see here we still have negative divergence going here. We have a sideways action here, but you can see how the melt up is going right on here. Okay, so today we had this high of 80.03 level, so we're coming right into this resistance level right here. Okay, at that 80.45 level. Okay, see that? Okay, now the next level we're going to be looking to is going to watch right to the left of the chart here. You're looking at that 83.11. Okay, see that? Okay, then what we'll do is we can come all the way up to the top of this column. You're looking at 88.91, and then we come up here at that 90.75, and then we have 93.79 is your breakout. Okay, so this is a good, easy way to trade everything. Okay, now TQQ is up 1.64% there today, where you get, like, say, Microsoft is up 0.32. You know what I'm saying? So this is a really easy way to trade the basket of everything. Okay, instead of saying I'm going to pick Amazon, I'm going to pick Meta, I'm going to pick Microsoft. If you don't want to do that, this is an easy way to do and have a little bit of a leverage. Now, on the downside, we got to watch, obviously, this 8-day, 75, 79, and we've got to watch that 21-day, okay? That's going to be key. But you notice how nice it's holding not only the 21-day, but also this 200 SMA here sitting right there at that 72 level, okay? Now, we do have a gap, so you want to watch the bottom of that candle, okay, 76.66, and then we want to watch the top of this candle here at 74.93. Your gap and your fill, but that 8-day, 21-day is everything. Now, if the market sells, this sells hard, okay? So don't, just like we had here, but this was your buying opportunity. We got all the way down here to a 35 level, okay? Went up here, but then we retested, got as low here as that 24 level. That's your good, another buying opportunity here to take this long with the old melt up kind of situation. But again, just always remember, this is a leverage fund. So if you can't handle that leverage, that juice, don't trade it. Just goes with the QQQs as if you want to just have the basket, okay? So always remember that, but this is really one of my favorite trades because it has a lot of juice and a lot of good momentum. Look at here, okay? So where were we here on this date here? At 4.7, you were down to $35, okay? Today, we're at $79, okay? So just always look at in 2 months here, you could have more than double your money very, very easily with one trade, okay? One trade. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after you go pit close, and we'll take a look here at Bitcoin, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and we'll take a look at the indexes right now. They are ripping up nicely, and I think they probably will going into that 4th of July holiday. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.